Episode 306. We're getting geared up for our first major assault on the Guardians. Castellum, whichever one, I guess it was Castellum. Veladine is the only way into the rest of Garabania, it seems. The only bridge that goes across this huge ravine. There are no other bridges, we checked, very thoroughly. I guess it's the only feasible bridge that we can take. Fine by us. No other bridges, right? Yeah, I don't see any on the map. No, should we be doing this at night, based on the image there? Well, too late. It's already daytime. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Veladina. Anything different to say? No. Guess while we're doing this, we can explore this part of the map that I never saw. Well, I take the long way around. I'm going to assume the quest won't take us there. Maybe we do the quest objective first, and if they direct us back towards Castromorians, we can take a detour and scout out the rest of the area. Because that is what the mission is, it's scouting. I guess there wouldn't have been any real reason to go beyond this point if you were just sticking to the main story, like most players probably do. You're only here briefly for that one fight. Would these be Gridanian settlements or Alamegan? I guess the Guardians put up the wall over, like, well, there's no good way of seeing it, but the wall right here between the Black Shroud and this part, the fringes, but that's just their demarcation. Like, the actual demarcation between Garabania and Gridania was probably different, right? They probably didn't, like, respect the original borders when they put up the wall. I mean, obviously they invaded. They didn't respect any borders. Oh. They've got like a bigger version of those huge sword-wielding guys that we almost always end up fighting one way or another whenever we fight the Guardians. We're fighting, or we're meeting over there, north of here. At which point do we like go off the pass here? I just want to take the same pass that the NPCs did, basically. We can't just like stroll straight up to the front gates there. That wouldn't be very RP. So I guess the route that they took was like off the beaten pass. Which, I mean, they didn't like take the pass exactly every time. But this is like what they would have taken in lore, I guess. These back paths, side alleys and whatnot. That's a hunt mark. That thing's gonna try to kick my ass if we get too close. And it's probably sound-based. Because it's a bug. Might be sight. But it is sound. The Palace of the Dead has trained me well. I think that's far enough. Ah, okay. So it is like a solo duty then. Is this place inhabited by Guardians like currently? Do you have to like worry about being flanked from two sides here? This is part of my scouting. No Guardians. It seems like they abandoned this when we took over Castromorians. This is good, actually. The weather is in favor of our reconnaissance mission. I mean, having low visibility is bad for us, but it's also... it lets us move around in daylight, as if we were under the cover of nightfall. Like the image in the quest acceptance screen. What do you call this, by the way? What do you call... not this. I always struggle to know what to call this here. Like this thing, the quest acceptance log, this part that appears on the right side, like further to the right, that says accept or decline. Not like a tooltip, it's like a window that pops open, the quest window. I'll just call it the quest window from now on, so I'm not always grasping for something. Even should we be unaware of our plans, or should they be unaware of our plans, I would be surprised if their western defenses were not heavily fortified, given the presence of allied forces at the wall. Not appears to be out of the ordinary at a glance. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon reconnoitering Castellum Villadina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Right. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yeah. I didn't know it would happen like right here, but okay. I'm glad I did save the start of this episode for this and didn't pick up the quest at the end of last episode. So I guess they do actually change the time of day, based on what he said. Right. Okay, I didn't have to worry about it. Always good when they take control over the lighting. That means I don't have to worry about getting better lighting myself.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Relga's Reach.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
I kind of forgot if think pools could be jammed like that, but I guess they can. Interesting.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You! Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine! Mavrid! Hell's take you!
Well, well. Stand aside, Pilus. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
him. Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty. Ah, a magical barrier. Alas, it will not save you.
How? Yashola!
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught. Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
So much for the glamours all around. How'd they get in? I actually don't remember how they got in. Obviously it was Fordola's plan. The thing she mentioned. But how? Let's try to stop them before they kill any of these guys, hopefully.
It's all over now!
Try to prioritize the ones that are attacking people. If we can handle that. I guess Alisaie's intercepting this one. The Imperials came from nowhere, started cutting people down left and right. I guess if we're not in battle, I can read this. Reinforcements are on the way, spread the word. We should keep moving. The way the NPCs just kind of don't stick to the main path and just go in a straight line is kind of funny. Defend the hostages, you got it. Now we got this thing. Get out of there. We lose anyone? That guy's dying. Crap. Okay. Just focus on me. We don't have any healing moves ourselves, so if you were a healer, you could like heal these NPCs. Those monsters. These people had surrendered. It's not too late for the others. We must hurry.
For the glory of the flames!
Beastmen? Which ones? Bowel? Oh. Didn't realize they appeared at this point in the story. Oh, no you don't. Heal, boy. Oh, gotta get one of these in. They took Lisa and the others deeper inside. You've got... Wolfmen. You didn't really get a good look at them, though, before they despawned. Oh, we got Portola on the field. Ah, she's attacking us. Okay. So be it. I'm hardly the tank here. Damn, I wanted to get Portola attacked. Okay, we got this. Get out of here, you guys. We got her surrounded. She doesn't stand a chance. We're the Warrior of Light. Did you not get the memo?
What took you so long?
Alpha, no, I need your help.
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pylus.
And Xenos takes the field. Again.
As you command, my lord.
Here we are, our first time meeting.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I think we hate this guy already. This is kind of a funny lineup, these three short people against this huge guy in armor with three swords, one for each of us. The Ramble, huh? They're tougher than you think. Okay. They're not that tough. And apparently neither are we. We are built different though, compared to the others. The Mana Ward helped us out a little bit there.
To remember.
I can do mechanics. That's all we can do to hang on, though. Do we not have to kill all of them? I don't think we actually have to kill all of them. Okay, hang on. Stop that. No. I guess they don't like add to DPS, they just like explode around the arena. Necking, huh? He's just walking slowly towards us. The swell, I think we have to... okay, maybe take care of this one. No, Mana Ward, don't have it. Ow. I'm not dying here, but he is tagging us. Which pisses us off. Misjudged us. Hey, we're holding our own. Okay, maybe not.
Pathetic.
Seven hells.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lass?
I was just about to say, yeah, our pride. Komoi's pride. Too weak yet again. I don't think she says it though. I think she can't say anything right now.
To best the likes of you, Xenos is not what I took him to be.
This scene kind of stands out to me in the Stormblood story. Remember it pretty well. It kind of raises the stakes pretty significantly, I guess.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
Yeah, I guess Komoi's taken a bit aback by the crushing defeat.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
When I was first playing this game, or first playing this part of the expansion, I really thought Ishtola died there. The way they did that scene with her choking blood after getting slashed. I guess they really sold it.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
I'll try not to think about our crushing loss. We lost the one-on-one. And the music changes. You did well, Gomoy. Did we, though? You saved ours. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. Alright. See to the wounded, Gomoy. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Right, move on. I'll have to look around and talk to everyone, I think. We came together as best we could, but in the end, there were just too many of them. This is actually a pretty neat thing that they do. The entire area isn't just static, everyone here just sort of changes after this huge attack. Which is why I really want to get some dialogue from the NPCs before we, moved on. I mean, some of them are still just around here. But they will have different things to say, I think. Valiantly did we fight, but ultimately for naught. Actually this guy's saying the same thing. Medicines, is it? Come on, take what you need. I'm not about to be a stickler when there's lives to be saved. Okay. There's some character development there, at least. Or some character deaths. I thought it was a cool moment how Xenos just kinda kicks your ass even after everything you've been through in the previous expansions. Really sets the table, sets the scale, establishes the power or whatever. Oh no, the chocobo. Damn. That's sad. It's a mess. Bastards paid no heed to whether or not the men they slaughtered were armed. Some of the sutlers. Damn it all. What's done is done. The dead are dead. All I can do is feed the living and pray to help some to go stronger. Yeah, these guys won't have dialogue. They're just there for the gameplay. All of my wares have gone up in smoke. I almost wish the fire had taken me too. I've nothing left. Don't forget, we're here for the wounded. I'm reminding myself. Seen any wounded? You? How'd they get in here? I guess you won't tell us. No, there we go. It's Mefred. God damn it, Mefred. Weren't you the one telling me to use my head and stay alive? This guy survived all of the Realm Reborn stuff with Quarry Mill, only to make it here as a voiced role and then die. Mefred lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. You spare another moment for Mefred, before turning away. Fishing in your pockets, your hand closes around his charm. Conrad must be told. Why, Father? Why? His dialogue there is the same, but I imagine this part will be different. Nope. That's unfortunate. The "who are you, what do you do here" NPC doesn't have anything different to say after a huge event like that. I don't know. If we noticed sooner, we could have used the cannons. But by the time we did, it was too late. Never really thought about it, but yeah, these cannons, they have them, but they're basically just for show. They're even like pointed towards the inside, not pointed towards the outside for like an external attack. While all the vendors stay alive, well, the vendors over here, not the settlers over there, I guess. There will be a reckoning, mark my words. Meeklen has nothing to say. Maybe he just arrived. He was actually hiding the entire time because he's meek. Has no idea what happened. And nothing new over here, I guess. Maybe we'll just go back to Conrad. I know there were spare bandages here somewhere. Actually, I think that's the same dialogue from Emmett too. Non-specific bandages needed for this event that happened just now, I guess. I kind of forgot the music changed while you were here, but it makes sense. Can't have that triumphant music playing while you're experiencing the low point in the story. No, I guess Conrad is right. Yeah, he wouldn't be at the table. That's right. Okay. He would be over at the hospital, because he's dying. He's wounded. I guess I was headed in the right direction without realizing it. Should have actually paid attention to my minimap. Yeah. In the heat of battle, I barely felt the pain. But when the fighting died down, it was all I could do to stay standing. Guess that's the adrenaline. I'm not sure if anything here changed. Maybe this guy on the table is new. I fear there may not be much I can do for this man. Oh. You're worried about Ishola, aren't you? It's too early to make any kind of prognosis, but she's alive, for now. If it wasn't for her, it'd be me lying there. I wish it was. It makes no sense. He pushed us aside as if we were nothing. Yeah, that's exactly what Como is thinking right now, I guess. Damn it, Alice. This is serious. You need rest. You seem ready to burst into tears. I'd fetch you a handkerchief, but... Yeah, I guess she kind of took a big hit from Xenos. She's not built different like us. Well, I guess we don't exactly think we're built different anymore, do we? Minargo, Meffred, where are you? A small wooden charm Meffred clenched in his fist as he breathed his last. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefford was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 mobs, so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course. It only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in quarry mill away? Because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause. I guess we did kind of hear that from him, didn't we? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. That's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. Kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls. In the heat of battle, we can but do our best. As he did. Mefford will be sorely missed, aye. But because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not. And they need us. Now more than ever. It's not just words. Everyone's kind of lived through this. At least a couple of times. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him is all. If they could change one thing, maybe it'd make sense to change the quest completion music. Like they did with the overworld music. Master Kemp seems quite shaken. What can you do at a time like this other than curse the gods and your own powerlessness? Yeah, Komoi's right there. I'll recover. My injuries aren't serious. Well, that was clearly by choice and not happenstance. They meant to take me alive. Yeah, they just kind of walked off scene, didn't they? They weren't too interested in, like, destroying us completely. In fact, Xeno seemed completely uninterested in us after he kicked our ass and decided we weren't worth it. Okay, that's the same. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total, a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphinaud said, it is those who survived we must think of now. Rhalgr's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Orient will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. We're to move the wounded to Castrum Orient? Understood. I'll go and see if anyone requires assistance. You need assistance. Probably. I will accompany Commander Kemp in one of the carriages. No. I'd hate to be a burden. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. We'll need to carry Stroller to the carriage. Could you give me a hand, Lise? I thought I could actually talk to this NPC for some reason. As if you need to ask. Oh, we've actually got side quests now. That's strange. Like right here after... I guess we might as well do it now, huh? This is like the appropriate time for it to happen and... Well, we're not going to be back here for a while, I think. Not properly. Let's do both of these, I guess. There is something I would ask of you, Les. I joined the resistance against my mother's wishes. She awaits me back in my hometown. I'm lucky to still be here after the last battle, and I don't want to take her love for granted anymore. Please, deliver this bandana to Mother in Algana on my behalf. And tell her that I said thank you. I want her to know I understand why she objected to me joining the fight against the Empire. Okay. Guess we'll do that on the way out. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I will not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Take whatever you require for your needs. I will replenish the stock after. Miss, Marshal Talpoon said you might have something for me. Jove be praised. They should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Voice Marshal we await his orders. Estrol and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Kyle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish, then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrade's house allows. To Castrum Orient. I guess we'll pick up this next quest in a second. Master Kemp, your concern for your men's well-being is commendable, but I would urge you to consider your own. Oh, meant to talk to you. Let us pray they arrive safely. I think while we're still in the mode of helping out the wounded and whoever else, I guess we can do this side quest and turn in the other one over in Alicana. Pretty sure this side quest over here is going to be helping out someone that was probably injured in the attack. I guess not. Do you seriously think we can fight the Empire with a children's toy? Okay. This might be not worth our time, if it's not like in theming with the crushing defeat we just had. Struggling to convince the resistance fighters. What are you doing here? Could you lend me a hand? I rushed here after hearing that Ralger's Reach had been attacked by the Empire, bringing all the goods I could carry with me. One of the weapons I brought was a blowgun. I think it's a fairly useful tool, but none of the resistance fighters seem to agree. Could you help me show them all how handy it can be? I know it will serve them well in their fight. They simply do not realize it yet. Please meet me by the targets I've set up. Interesting. I don't think I've ever done this quest on my main character. It isn't really fitting with the theming, but it is meant to happen after the, well, clearly based on what he said, after the fight with Xenos and everything. And that's the same. I've prepared 4 targets for you. Hit them all to show how splendid a weapon the blowgun is. Make sure to choose your target before blowing with all your might. This is like new tech that they introduced in this expansion, but for some reason I didn't expect them to do it over here in a side quest. Like the first time you do this in part of the main story, it's later on, I guess. Wonder why it's here as a side quest thing. It's almost like a tutorial that isn't even in the main quest somehow. Yes, I can already imagine how blowguns could help us when ambushing Imperial soldiers. Absolute perfection. The Resistance fighters were transfixed by our display. If one is able to get close enough to the enemy, they could use the blowgun to shoot a poison dart right into their neck. It really can be quite handy in the right situation. I got the idea from an Alamegan I met in the Black Shroud. He said he'd seen some locals hunting with it, and wondered if the Resistance couldn't find a use for it. It just goes to show you don't need to pick up a sword to fight against the Empire. We all have our own parts to play. That's all very nice and all, but I don't think Komori's gonna think a blowgun is very helpful against Xenos. I guess she's got, like, the book and the gun. But I'll imagine what's going through her head right now is that magic didn't quite cut it out when he walked slowly towards her with a sword in hand. That's just kind of the way things work in Fantasy World, right? Even if you have ranged options like a gun or a magic staff or a magic book. In the end, things like swords and spears and whatever melee stuff still work out in the end. Obviously just because of the aesthetic, but there's usually some lore reason for why melee can compete against guns and other ranged options. Alright, we gotta do this. We don't gotta do this, but I want to. Oh, we got a blue quest. Damn it. I should have done that when I was, when I had some extra time in the last episode or something. I mean, we'll be back here. I could do it this episode, but it feels like the wrong time to do it. Have we met? Bloody bandana. Why, this is my boy's. Has something happened to him? Probably should have opened with saying, he's fine. Thank heavens, he's still safe. I tried to dissuade him from joining the resistance, but he would not listen. We had a big fight and he wound up sneaking out in the dead of night. It is a weight off my mind to learn that he does not resent me. However, the fact that he has returned his bandana must mean he intends to continue fighting. If his resolve is truly that strong, there is little chance of me convincing him to come home. I will continue to pray for his safe return. Alright. Well, now we know the blue quest is there. Would have liked to do it as soon as we unlocked it, which I guess would have been after we finished the half of the main quest that went over here, but I didn't realize. We'll be back for it when we finish up that area, I guess, since we still have yet to do the other half there. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated. In this state, we'll not be mounting an assault on Castellum Villadina or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects. But first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castamorians. Understood. We'll go and speak with General Aldin. I wonder if this sad music has any difference during the daytime. Like, usually there's the daytime and the nighttime music, but it feels like this is probably going to be ever present, regardless of the time of day. It's not going to be like a cheerier, more upbeat version of the sad music when it hits 6 AM. Probably not. And I can see the reach means a lot to these people, but it would be suicide to stay. I mean, some of these guys are rooted to the ground, like a lot of them are. They have to be, for just the usual gameplay stuff. For more than a decade, the Resistance has resided here, hidden from the eyes of the Empire. And just when we set our sights on Veladina, they strike. Do you not find that passing strange? Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperators after quitting this place. It would seem he's lost interest in us. I guess we can be thankful for that. They didn't just wipe us out entirely. Not that we're feeling that. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. Thought the former would be the most troubling question, but okay, let him go where he's going. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Yeah, this isn't just like bad writing or whatever. I mean, I guess that's subjective, but this is like in character. This is just how he does it. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. Okay, there's our little explanation for why there's still going to be some people around here, even after we're no longer safe here. The rest will fall back to Castor Morians. We can discuss our path forward there. Kral is with Shola. She still hasn't woken up, but Kral says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen, when that Skull's commander cut down Mefred. A single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Guardian who did it. It was an Alamegan. Gods help me, if I ever... No, not now. Not while the General's waiting. Oh, Lise.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us.
Just coming out and saying it, huh?
We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo.
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
She's being very frank, but yeah, it's true. We were humiliated.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
We fight, and we keep on fighting until we win. We take the fight to Doma. I have a feeling you're about to tell us. I feel like this is probably the most Komoy right now. Get back into the fight. No real plan, just wants to fight.
Come now, even you have your limits. But then, so too must he. One legatus ruling two provinces a world apart. Yes, divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
So there it is. The reasoning is kind of loose. But he is the guy that's, for whatever reason, in charge of two different regions on opposite sides of the world. So I guess there is some logic to going to the opposite side of the world and helping the rebellion there, just to make it harder for that one guy. They had to bring it in about somehow, right? Like, bring in this entire plot thread that you're following up on with the Domans, and what was her name? Yugiri and the other guy. The other guy whose name I shouldn't be forgetting because he's such a fan favorite character. Damn, I love that guy too. Can't believe I'm forgetting his name. How quickly I forget. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I'm quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves, and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls was an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from Imperial oppression, whom we will free. Alright. And with that, I guess we're gonna deal with some pirates next time. We do have like some blue quests unlocked. I guess I should be doing them before we move on. We'll consider it. More importantly, I think Komor needs to think about how exactly she's gonna deal with Xenos the next time he comes walking at her slowly with sword in hand. Turns out the powerful super weapon staff that we pretended to craft wasn't quite as strong as we pretended it was. So maybe we'll have to consider some other options. That would be a good time to take a break.